Okay, good. So, I wanted to talk about this whole debacle. It feels like the whole season is going to be about this bop that was heard around the world by Monique beating up Candiace. And like, okay, so I guess the big debate is, is she going too far by pressing charges and, wanting to, take advantage of the fullest extent of the law? Like, is she going too far? And personally, you know, if this exact situation happened to me, if I were Candiace, I would be really upset. I would be hurt. Like, I would be just as hurt as she is. Like, a lot of people, I think she's really being over dramatic about the whole thing. But if she really felt like she was friends with Monique, I can understand her being just as hurt as she is. What's up, Cliff? Um, I'm over this fight too, L. But I could see her being just as hurt as she is. The post-it notes on her wall was too far for me. Well, it might seem like she's doing a lot, but Candiace is extra. Candiace was extra when we met her. She's always been extra. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm not like, it's not like she's being over dramatic now. She's always been this way. She's always been this way. She hasn't switched up. This is how she's always been. So that part doesn't bother me. Because I know, like, I've been in situations where, I've had like close friends like just cut me off out of nowhere or do something to really hurt me, and I've been really, really hurt the way Candiace is hurt. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I can understand her being hurt. And I'll even give her leeway to be as dramatic as she wants to be about it, because that's a hurtful situation that your friend, you would have never thought she would have done that. But like someone said in the comments, who said it? I'm not against her seeking restitution, but not actual jail time. Would I actually press charges and like want her to go to jail? No. Like, I wouldn't personally, I would never do that, because, you know, once again, the punishment doesn't fit the crime as far as I'm concerned. Um, just like I feel like Monique went too far beating Candiace up for, for running her mouth. I don't feel like that the punishment fit the crime, but I also don't think the punishment fits the crime with sending her to jail. Like, that's obviously team too much. But at the same time, it's like that is the risk that you take when you are a grown woman and you put your hands on another grown woman. That is the risk that you take. You know what I'm saying? That is um there's a possibility that somebody could press charges if you put hands on them. You're not a kid. You know what I'm saying? This is not elementary school. You don't get detention. You get real life consequences. And so if that is one of the possible consequences, you shouldn't even put yourself in that position, whether you're on reality TV or not. Especially as someone who is a reality TV veteran at this point. She's been on how many seasons? Yeah, but I'm not trying to put my friend in jail, remove her from her kids, not too much. I agree. It's too much. Hey, Brandy. I don't think Candiace wanted Monique to go to jail either. Maybe a little community service. I think deep down inside, Candiace knows that Monique is not going to go to jail. Like, come on, what judge is going to actually send Monique to jail? Like, especially for like 5 to 10 years or whatever Giselle said. So I think she knows that. I just think she's trying to seek revenge for how she made her feel and for all of this negative backlash that she's getting as a result. Because I don't think the negative backlash is fair either. The judge threw it out because it's ridiculous. It is. What's up? It's Ray Ray. Unfortunately, my cousin was murdered and I sat through the trial. Prayerfully, justice was served. I felt like these charges were a mockery personally. And I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. I can't even imagine. I'm so sorry. But I am happy to hear that justice was served. So it's a lot. I can understand why you feel like it's a mockery because, this is a reality TV show fight. Like, come on. It was too much. Do you think the fight was worth the millions Candiace sued for? No. But if she wants to sue, like, for money restitution, go for it. Now, that's where I don't blame her. Like, you don't put your hands on nobody and you have money. Like, people are going to sue you. That's just, anybody off the street would do that too. Hey girl, catching a bit of the live. It's been a while. I know it has been a while since I seen your name, girl. Where you been? Both cases were dismissed for a reason, foolishness. Meanwhile, some cops are out here taking us out and getting no jail time. Exactly. It's a shame. But I also wanted to talk about how the ladies reacted to everything. First of all, Giselle and Robin. And they're just like, well, we didn't want the girl to go to jail. I'm like, okay, y'all did all of these dramatics a couple of episodes ago, trying to lay down the hammer on Monique to her face. And you know what? Some of it was deserved, but not all of it. Y'all were being super dramatic. And now all of a sudden, y'all, oh, this is too much. Well, which one is it? Because at this point, y'all are playing both sides of the fence. They be doing too much sometimes. It's like, oh, but don't do this. This is too far. Okay, well, you bringing a security guard wasn't too much? Like, what's up, Kamiko? I was surprised by Giselle's and Robin's reaction. Yeah, like, y'all were doing the most. Like, y'all were doing the absolute most. So I was very shocked to see them, like, low-key in defense of Monique. And, I'm not necessarily mad at it, but it's just like, come on now. Y'all were doing the most the other episode. They egged Candiace on talking about they didn't want her to go to jail. Right, they egged her on in the first place. They were making the situation that much worse. Haha, I'm sorry if you touch me, I would sue too. And you have that right. Like, I'm not saying, I'm not necessarily judging Candiace for suing, but trying to, press charges and get her to go to jail, I think that's a little extra. But if you're trying to sue her and get you a little cash, I don't see nothing wrong with that. She should get some sort of repercussion for what she did. It was out of line. Giselle and Robin just wanted to keep the drama going for the sake of the show. Deep down, everyone knows jail time is ridiculous. Exactly. Giselle and Robin are frauds over them. I feel like they do what they have to do to keep the show going. Honestly. Because some of their, like, moves just don't make any sense. They don't add up. And then with this whole, with Ashley and Ashley speaking up and trying to, first of all, I think Ashley clearly isn't over their feud. She's not over the feud that she had with Candiace. So I think that's the main reason why she's taking Monique's side. But I was like, my bad, I keep forgetting I have a microphone here. She was, it was funny how she was trying to take up for Monique and speak as if she was there. It was like, girl, shut up. You shouldn't have anything to say. You were not there. You just simply were not there. Like, you didn't see the fight. You didn't see how it went down. So how would you, you can only take the word of your friend. And of course you're going to defend your friend. And I don't know. I just thought it was funny when her and Candiace was going back and forth. And she was talking about she was like, well, I see Monique is paying you too. And she was like, honey, my husband is a millionaire. And she was like, well, you ain't gonna have him for long. And then when Chris got in her face and was like, look, stop it. He shut all of that down. Like, he shut her down so quick. And normally I would be like, what is he doing? You know, he's doing too much, or she's not a child. But I was appreciative of Chris right then and there, because I feel like, you know, he saw it escalating and he did what he had to do to calm his wife down. And they probably had a conversation before about her, you know, going off at the mouth. Right? We do a cash settlement, but don't send her to jail. Tiffy, I don't believe in suing over a fight. Well, Cliff, it just depends. It depends. If you just you can't just be beating up on people randomly. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be beating up on people because you feel like it. Especially if you have money, because you're gonna have to pay for it. Candiace isn't over either by her clap back. I think she's trying to be over it, but Ashley keeps showing that she's not gonna let it go. Ashley jumped out there with a great point, but it fell flat because she wasn't there. Exactly. Like, really, anything she has to say is null and void because you were not there. You just simply weren't there. If you mess with my moneymaker, you will pay for it. Okay, don't mess with the moneymaker, Tiffy. I agree. Ashley was getting on my nerves, taking up for Monique. Me too. I forgot her mom was sitting there because she was quiet as a church mouse. Her mom did speak up and say, you know, well, what she did was technically assault. But I feel like her mom kind of learned her lesson about talking too much on TV. I think both her and Candiace learned their lesson, and they're trying to portray a different image now, or trying to grow as a person. Either or. Maybe both. I don't know. But Chris realizes Candiace's mouth is an issue. I think even Candiace realizes her mouth is an issue. If you notice, Candiace has calmed down a lot. The couple of seasons ago, especially last season versus this season, Candiace completely has toned herself down, in my opinion. Anytime Monique tried to start any sort of like back and forth, for the most part, she would walk away. She would try to de-escalate the situation. She just, I don't know, she didn't engage the way she would have last year. And I feel like people are not giving her the credit, you know, she deserves for that. Everybody want to forget about Ashley's past and let Ashley change because she had a baby. But when Candiace, you know, wants to change, all of a sudden she not allowed to. That last fight that they had was like her breaking point. I think Ashley would be able to get over the beef with Candiace if Candiace would stop exhibiting the same bad behavior. I just went over that. I feel like Candiace tried this season, and people just constantly were digging at her regardless. They were treating her like she was still acting like the Candiace from last year when she was trying to change. I guess I look at it different because I'm a guy. Yeah, it's different for me and Cliff. Totally different. She could have lost sponsorships or brand deals for looking crazy on TV. And especially if you scratch up somebody's face or, you know, punch somebody in the eye. If you're an influencer, that is messing up your money too. How am I supposed to be taking a picture holding up a brand with my eye swole? You know what I'm saying? Candiace's mouth gets her in trouble later in the season again. Okay. None of them really changed. Old habits die hard. Clearly, it resurfaced. Yeah, I feel like if someone is constantly okay, let's say you're sitting there, you're just minding your own business, somebody asking you consistently, are you mad? Are you mad? Why are you looking like that? Are you mad? Are you mad? Like they keep pushing your buttons like over and over and over. At some point you might be like, well, I wasn't mad before, but now I am. I feel like that's kind of what happened to Candiace this season. Like She was trying, but you know, I'm not saying she was necessarily right for how she reacted, but she reacted the way everybody else does when they get into a fight. That doesn't mean she deserved to get popped in the mouth. Everybody at that table, Giselle, Robin, Karen, Ashley, pops off at the mouth. Every single last one of them. No one does not do that at that table. So I don't think it's fair to just penalize Candiace for that. I'm just not with the Monique bashing. I've never seen someone get in somebody's face and provoke a fight and it not escalate. It happens all the time on this show. It happens all the time. Like it I mean, people get in each other's face and holler all the time and they don't fight. I mean, but if you choose to hit somebody, you have to choose to receive whatever repercussions come with that. Her mouth, in my opinion, would just make her lose brand deals. She's just as ratchet as Monique. I don't know. She is ratchet, but you know, I feel like everybody's mouth on these shows are like that. Everybody. Let me ask you this: were both ladies willing to fight, or there was one person pushing to fight? It was a verbal argument and somebody made it physical. Both ladies need to learn a lesson. Verbal assault can turn into physical assault, and learn to walk away from people who run their mouths. Okay, I'll give you that, Alicia. I'll take that. We could leave that as the takeaway from this situation. Candiace takes zero accountability. Um, I do think Candiace could take more accountability. I do. Um, but in this situation, like, I don't know, like I said, they all get loud and go off on each other, curse each other out. That's what they do. If you drag me, expect to get dragged. Okay, if you drag somebody, expect to, you know, for someone who doesn't fight to press charges. I heard some people saying the reason why Ashley is going so hard for Monique is because Monique allegedly withheld the tape of Michael assaulting the producer, even though she claims they were going. You know what? Did y'all see that video of Michael assaulting someone else on camera? It literally happened in the background of another scene. It wasn't, I think it was from a couple of years before. And Michael had touched the butt of someone in the background of that video. And the guy was clearly uncomfortable. Have y'all seen that? But are you saying Candiace got in somebody's face? Candiace was on the other side of the table. Monique started flipping her hair first. Not at 36, I have too much to lose. I don't engage because I know me. So as an adult who's self-aware, I step down. Pinky, is there any YouTubers that hate on you or you don't like that you would like to slap? No, there's nobody in this world that could make me want to slap them. Unless you slap me first or something, but nah. And definitely not no YouTubers. I don't have any sort of YouTube. Honestly, I saw this video that was roasting YouTubers, and apparently my video was included. Like, they were roasting YouTube gurus, YouTube hair gurus, and one of my videos was included apparently. And I was gonna watch it, but I didn't even give it no time. I didn't even see the point of watching it. Like, I didn't want to see that. I just didn't. Like, I don't even care. So Ashley feels like she owes Monique. I mean, you never know. She could be holding that over her head. You never know. Alexis, he trying to start something, ain't he? if it's verbally heated, keep it verbal. We fist fighting now like a fight club. Exactly. If it's verbal, it's always verbal. They're consistently having verbal fights all the time, and it never escalates into any sort of physical violence. You should be. I feel like Candiace probably was getting the best of Monique verbally, and so she couldn't take it, and she couldn't take that, so she had to get physical. But it definitely wasn't necessary. Ashley has actually had a knife thrown at her from Candiace. Maybe Ashley should have pressed charges. Maybe so. Maybe so. In that situation, Candiace was dead wrong. Candiace was if this was the Candiace from last year, acting a fool the way she was, because she was acting a fool. She was starting arguments where there did need to be like any arguments that need to be had. The whole beef with Ashley was stupid over whether she wanted to drink before she while she was trying to conceive or whatever. That was stupid. And yes, if this was last year and Monique wasn't pregnant and she wanted to knock Candiace out the way she was acting last year, I probably would have stood up and gave a full round of applause because it was well deserved. The way she was acting was completely out of line. But this season, I saw her trying to change, and I didn't think it was necessary, especially when she walked away from every fight that Monique tried to start. Monique was pressing for this fight from the jump. From the jump. I see Candiace can do no wrong. We will see when she pops off again later in the season. What's your thoughts? Okay. I feel like I be reading y'all comments too late sometimes, because, like I just said, Candiace it definitely has had plenty of flaws. And last season she got on my last nerve. So I mean, I just don't see where she's at fault necessarily to get knocked out. Franny, you said, "Hey, everybody except Cliff." My last physical altercation was at 19. So sis had her whole head in my face, and her yelling ended up with spit on my face. I threw a punch. Yeah, if somebody spit on you, that's the same as a punch to me. You might as well not. You might as well punch me. I mean, y'all, it's okay for us to agree to disagree. It is okay for you to believe that Candiace was dead wrong. You know what I'm saying? You could believe that. Um, Personally, I think Monique was the one that was wrong. I saw a clip where Giselle actually instigated the first slap on Monique. Yeah, I saw that her hand kind of like did that. So that's another reason why I was like irritated with Monique. It's like, why are you beating up Candiace? You should be trying to beat up Giselle. If anybody that was at that table, it should have been Giselle. She should have been trying to put her hands on, because Giselle is the one that is really stirring up all the mess. And Charisse, but Charisse wasn't there. I'm too grown to argue though. Who out here screaming in the streets? Not me. Plus, where I'm from, it's less words, more action. So I've walked away ever since. Yeah, I mean, you just gotta grow up. You just gotta grow up. I mean, like, yeah, at some point, when you're grown, these consequences become way more serious, and fighting is not worth it. It's not worth your livelihood. If you're a mother, it's not worth you being taken away from your children. You know what I'm saying? There's so much you have at stake. Someone like Monique has so much at stake. We just gonna have to agree to disagree, Chandra, because I don't agree. Candiace needs to learn to read the room better. I've seen it going wrong when she said, "Get out of my face," and she kept going. But she wasn't in her face. That's the thing. It's like she wasn't really in her face. Monique started doing the hair thing. Now that, to me, is signaling you want to fight. But Candiace is just not a fighter. Monique should have had the same energy with Charisse, Giselle, and Robin. Right. Yeah, if Monique was my friend, I would have pulled her away. It's not worth it. I honestly don't think anybody there thought that Monique was going to literally put her hands on Candiace. I don't think anybody thought that was going to happen for real. Because I think if they knew, especially Karen, I think if Karen knew that it was going to turn physical, she would have not let that happen. Monique has been a target since she came on the show. Some of the ladies have been jealous of her. They were waiting for a moment to bring Monique down, and unfortunately, Monique took the bait. And because I do agree, Monique has been a target for some people on this show. Why not fight them? If you're going to put your hands on somebody, put some hands on somebody you really got beef with. They scared of Giselle. I don't care what nobody says. They are scared of Giselle. I don't know why. Some people say Giselle might be like a producer on the show or something like that. I don't know. But they are scared of Giselle. They be so quick to forgive Giselle. They be so quick to accept her. Well, she don't really apologize. They just be so quick to try to get in her good graces. They are scared of Giselle. And I don't get it personally. I don't know why. It's like she's the queen bee. She's Regina George. If she was going to fight anyone, it should have been Robin with the whole umbrella incident. She wouldn't dare, though. Right. Cliff, you want to be a moderator? See, the only reason why I'm just like, I don't know, because you be arguing with too many people. You be arguing with everybody. Like, I don't know if I need to have a moderator that be arguing. Like, a moderator is somebody who's supposed to be like neutralizing the comments and stuff, calming things down. He will be blocking people out of spite. Exactly. Although we are fighting, he's a good moderator. Access denied. Well, Franny vouched for you. But I don't know, Cliff. It's not that I don't like you. I mean, we love Cliff, even though we argue with Cliff. You just be in these comments arguing with everybody. So people need to be in a timeout. See, you be too ready to hand out timeouts. We don't hand out timeouts willy-nilly. We hand them out to people who deserve it. I'm fine with people having a difference of opinion in here. Just don't be coming in here spamming up, random things, or don't be cursing me or anybody else out. He called us feminists. I don't claim the feminist title necessarily because I feel like there are some flaws within feminism. But I don't even want to get into that debate. See, he already trying to put people in the... I like Cliff on the Married at First Sight. Me too. Cliff keep it popping. He really do. It is for the white women. What's up, Celeste? A 10-minute timeout won't hurt anyone. But why are you giving someone the timeout though? Like, are you just giving them the timeout because they're getting on your nerves, or Me either. That movement is for white women. I'm gonna have to think about it, Cliff. I think I need to see your full resume first. You had a couple of people in here vouch for you. That'll be your references. Oh, but y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here because I didn't plan on being on here long. I just wanted to talk about, the last night's episode and what you say? Okay, let me time out CB and Paige. Then I'll be professional like I am with Chloe. See, you can't be petty. You can't be petty. Yes, Cliff, don't call Pinky. She'll call you. Even if you become a mod, y'all better recognize I was the first. I am the captain now. Alexis, the OG. She the OG moderator. She the OG moderator. But yeah, y'all, like I said, I didn't mean to be on here that long. So I'm gonna jump off of here. Shout out to everyone who was in here. This was a great conversation. Even if we disagreed, that's fine. We could agree to disagree. But I'll be back for the Married at First Sight review. And possibly next week. Maybe I'll make this a weekly thing with Housewives of Potomac. Go live every Monday after the episode so we could talk about what happened. Even though I feel like it's about to be repetitive. I think it's about to get on my nerves, y'all. This whole fight thing. Oh, thanks, Tiffany. Make sure you drop a like. It's 23 people in here. Shout out to y'all. And I will see y'all in the next one. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start doing my rant videos again. I'm gonna be starting that up soon. I'm trying to get my girlfriend's notes together. Then I'm gonna record that video. So look forward to that. Are you leaning towards doing a live This Is Us? Yes, I do want to do a live This Is Us, but I can't promise when I'm gonna do it. But have your post notifications on, so you can see when I go live. And I do want to talk about it. So thanks for reminding me that, Alexis. I like to cry. Me too. Well, when it comes to that show, I like to cry. But I'm gonna go ahead and go, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Bye.